Hey guys, so today I decided to film a mukbang, don't know how to pronounce it, but I decided I haven't done an update or a story time since I think my Portugal video, which I guess is a good thing. I haven't missed any flights, but it's basically the end of October, so I thought I'd do that. And I went to KFC. Yeah, it's this thing called a Chizza. And then I also bought 2 chicken strips. I have stroop waffles. I have Tony's dark chocolate and some fries. So yeah, it's basically just gonna be me updating you guys. I have Tinder, financial aid, Halloween, and group projects to talk about. So we're gonna be spilling that tea today. So this weekend is Halloween and there's gonna be a big Halloween party at one of the clubs, and honestly I'm a little sketch about it because I went to that club this weekend and it sucked ass. It really was so bad. These are the chicken strips. No, let me show you guys this okay, can you guys please tell me if you guys have this in America now or if it's just a Dutch thing, because I have never seen this before, but I also don't go to KFC back home, so this is what it looks like. Let's see what it tastes like. Also, they don't have ranch here. Do people even know what ranch is in the Netherlands? Real questions. It's so good. Oh my god, if I had ranch, I would be dying right now. It's really good. If you guys do have this in America, I would recommend you guys to go try it because it's so good. I'm sorry. This is really so good. Okay. What was I talking about? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the club. Okay, so I went this weekend and I was not in the mood to be clubbing. It's final season, so I just want to get all my work done and just just calm down, just do nothing except sleep, because it's I'm just exhausted all the time. And so I still went out and we went to one club and the music was so bad, you guys, so bad. You know when you go clubbing, you expect Becky G, Nicki Jam, J Balvin, Drake, Beyonce, I don't know, that's the music I expect as an American. And I know I'm not in America, I get it, but at the same time, I just thought that was universal clubbing music. I guess not. The entire time everyone was just swaying back to side to side, just doing this. And we all had the most awkward faces on. You could tell we were not enjoying ourselves. And yeah, I was just can I go? And we had just gotten there, so I was I obviously can't go, so I'll wait. Then we're okay, this really sucks, let's go somewhere else. So then we tried to do club hopping, and one of the other ones we went to closed at 3, and we were what? Because usually clubs here close at 5. So we're okay, and then we walked past Bird, which is where we're going this weekend, and the music sounded upbeat, but I could tell that I was not gonna like the music. It just did not sound like Beyonce or Drake. So I was I don't want to go there. And so then we're okay, if Monet is closed, I think the other one was called Monet, we were if that's closed, then we'll head back here. So we go back to Bird, and they're yeah, it's a 13.50 euro charge, and I was I'm gonna go home. And so I was yeah, honestly, I think I'm gonna go home. And they were no, come on. And then after I said that, Victoria was yeah, I'm gonna go home too. So I was oh, I feel so bad. I felt I was breaking up the group. So I was I guess I'll stay. I genuinely wanted to go home so badly. And when I'm not in the mood for things, you can tell that I just am not in the mood. No matter how hard I try to hide it, like I'm just like, usually I'm really upbeat and like just like having fun, like doing whatever. And like when I'm not like that, everyone's like, what's wrong? And usually it's just that I'm tired, so like there's nothing I can do other than sleep. And I wasn't getting no sleep, so it's so good. Sorry, I'm being so gross. Like, I hate eating with my hands, but anyway. So then, we went in, we paid our $13.50, and it was so whack. I was so mad. Like, I was like, I knew I should have gone home. Oh, why did I stay? I paid $13.50. So at that point, like, I was like, well, now I have to make my $13.50 worth it. And I was trying to stay until like 5 a.m. But literally, the music was so bad. Like, no one was having fun. And I was like, I'm not drunk enough for this. Like, I'm not, nope. And so I wanted to leave. And then finally, one of my friends was like, I think I'm going to go. So I was like, okay, I'll go too. And then I live, like on the other side of Rotterdam, basically. So I'm the only one that lives, like, all the way over here. So Victoria decided to take an Uber back home. She lives on campus. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to walk. And, like, last time we stayed out until 5. And I walked home and I was fine. So I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And then this time, it was honestly the scariest thing ever. Like, I don't know why. When it comes to safety, like, I genuinely never realized that I could be in serious danger. Like, I just think that, like, I don't know. Like, I just think that I shouldn't have to fear walking alone at night, but I know I should, and I just don't. So I was walking home, and I don't even know how many times I got called mommy on my walk home, and I literally want to turn around and be like, I'm not your freaking mom! Your freaking mom! And be like, I'm not your freaking mom! But you know, I was scared, like, what's gonna happen if I do that? So I just kept walking, and I was walking super fast, and, like, literally every single guy out on the street kept, like, I did not walk past one guy that did not say something to me, and I was just like, whatever. So I kept walking, I was walking super fast, and then at one point, like, this car, like, was like, hey, mommy, like, where are you going? And I was just not talking. They were like, where are you going? Where are you going? I was like, home. And then, like, they were like, oh, like, get in, like, I'll take you, let me give you a ride. And I'm like, what makes you think that I'm gonna turn around to some guy that calls me mommy on the street and be like, yeah, oh my god, please give me a ride home? Like, no, shut up, just keep going, leave me alone. So I was so annoyed, and then, like, they turned to the corner and literally waited for me. I was so scared, you guys. Oh my god, I was like, this is it. Why am I so dumb? Like, why do I do these things to myself? And so yeah, I was really scared. And then I thought they were following me because after, like, they kept driving down the street, so, like, it seemed like they went around, and they were driving, like, the typical Dutch car, so literally everyone has this car. And at one point, like, I saw them drive on the other side of the road, but, like, down the same street that I was, and I was like, oh my god, they really are following me. So I stuck close to this group of people that was walking by there, and then the closer I got to my house, like, I kept seeing the same car, so I was like, they're dead ass following me. Got ahead of the people in front of me, and then I turned around, I was like, hey, can I ask you guys for a favor? And they're like, yeah, what's up? I was like, I think someone's following me, can you guys walk me home? So, excuse me, they were staying at the hostel at the corner of my my neighborhood-ish, so it was like a 5-minute walk from where they were staying. So I was like, oh, it's okay, like, I can make it from here. They're like, are you sure? They were so nice. Like, I'm so glad I ran into them. But yeah, so then I made it home alive, and I was literally heavy breathing. And this weekend, I refuse to walk home alone. Like, I'm gonna Uber or, like, stay at my friend's house or something. I don't know, like, I'm not coming home alone. Next topic. Tinder, I guess? Okay, so that same night, actually, I downloaded Tinder just for funsies, you know? And, guys are so weird. Like, I don't know. I don't understand what goes through men's heads. Like, I don't know. I know I've said this like a million times already, but like, if they have this in America, you guys need to try it. Okay. So I downloaded Tinder, and I think that same night I deleted it. Like, I was like, no. Because, like, I was like, yeah, I need to download this. I mean, I need to delete this app. Like, I don't even know why I downloaded it in the first place, honestly. And then after I got bored, I was like, like, let's see what's on there. And so, like, I was just, like, swiping or whatever. And it honestly gets addicting. Like, I need to know what's next. I'm like, what if the next person is really cute? So like, I matched with this one guy, but like, I never, like, if I match with someone, I just like, oh, that's cool. Like, I never message anyone, and I don't expect them to message me either. Like, I don't even know why I use this app, honestly. And so, this guy messaged me, and he literally said, what did he say? He said, we should make babies. I think he said we should make babies, or like, let's make babies, something like that. And I was like, what makes you think that I'm gonna open this and be like, you know what, I'm down? No. So I was like, and then like, okay, then like right after, he put like this little asterisk and was like, hey, to be fair, I thought it was funny, but like, I was just like, and so what did I say to him? I think I said like, oh, I was like, ain't nobody trying to raise children, like, what? And then he was like, not raise them, just make them, should be fun, right? I was like, that's subjective. And he's like, well, how am I supposed to know? I've never raised a kid. I was like, that's literally not what I was talking about, but okay. I was like, clearly this boy is dumb. And I was like, just stop replying, please. And then he messaged me again, and then like, I was like, yeah, I'm not into it. And he was like, into what? And I'm like, when people don't understand me through text, I'm generally like, how much more clear can I be? Like, I don't understand. And I was like, into making children. And he was like, oh, you mean like having sex? I don't want to have sex. I'm like, what? So I just sent him this gif. It was like, he was like, no, really? I was like, okay, I'm done here. Yeah, so like, I was like, yeah, I don't know why I downloaded this app in the first place, to be honest. Like, I don't want to meet up with anyone, so yeah, so that's my Tinder story as of now. Maybe like all of my friends I think we all downloaded Tinder, honestly. So we're all just like, wow, like, let's see who's out here. But like, generally, I'm not trying, like, see, that's the thing. Like, I keep trying to use Tinder as a way to meet people, and like, people on Tinder are just trying to hook up, and I'm like, yeah, no thank you. So I don't even, like, there's other ways to meet people. But anyway, that's my Tinder story. And then, oh my gosh, financial aid, you guys. That was literally like, that was like the worst part of this entire month. Like, so at one point, probably like the second week of October, I got this email from the bursar at SFSU, and they were like, you have overdue charges on your account. And I was like, for what? Like, what? Literally the only thing that should be on there is like tuition, but financial aid pays for that. She thought. So I go check my portal, and it says like, financial aid is overdue. I mean, tuition is overdue. And I was like, has financial aid not been dispersed? I don't get it. So then I check my financial aid, and it says no financial aid for this year. And I was like, what? Oh my God. So I was like, what do I do? I started freaking out, obviously. I was like, I don't have like enough headspace for this right now. Like, what? So then I like emailed them. I was like, no, like, this is a mistake on your part. Like, I always get financial aid for my tuition. I had received a financial aid package before leaving that was saying like, yeah, my financial aid had been cut, but I still had enough to pay for my tuition. I was like, what am I gonna do now? And then they weren't replying to me. I think they got back to me like within the next 2 days, because obviously like time zones and all that. And like I was having my sister call for me because I don't have a phone plan out here, so I couldn't call them directly. And it was just like all of this going back and forth, and they were like, no, like you're not eligible after your, because I had to have my financial aid, like all of the stuff, like my tax forms re-verified right before leaving. I didn't know why, but like they re-verified me. And then they were like, after like re-verification, you're not eligible for financial aid. And I was like, what? I literally was like, this sucks. Like, how much more does a girl need to go through? Like, just thinking about it, like I'm stressed. Like, yeah, I have enough money for it, but like I'm gonna have to stop traveling, I'm gonna have to stop spending, because like literally since I've been out here, like I'm just like, you worked for this, just throw your money out, like whatever, because I did work so hard to get here. Like I worked 3 jobs, okay? Like I was overworking myself just to be able to like live my best life out here. Excuse me, FAFSA, come through. And yeah, I was stressed. And like finally, after like going back and forth for like a week, we found out that like I had done something wrong in my financial aid like re-verification forms. So I got my financial aid back. I used to love group projects. Like I genuinely loved group projects. Like I was like, oh my god, I get to work with people and like talk to people and stuff. Like I loved group projects until I started college. That's when I was like, I just want to work by myself. Leave me alone. At the beginning of the quarter, I did a presentation with this one girl, one of my classes, and she, like, I noticed she was a procrastinator, which I cannot stand. I always get my work done like a week before. She was a procrastinator, she was controlling, she did not take into consideration anyone else's opinions, and she just like thought she was perfect. So I was like, wow, like this is genuinely so annoying. Like at one point I made the slides for our presentation and she literally did a whole new slideshow and was like, okay, here are the slides that we're gonna use. And I was like, why wouldn't you tell me that you're gonna make the slides so that I don't waste my time making the slides? Like, that's just so disrespectful, honestly. Like, you could have said, oh, can we add this? And like, you could have just added stuff to my slides. But no, like, go ahead, make a whole new project. I don't care. It's not like I put effort into it, but whatever, it's fine. So I was like already annoyed with this girl. And then so we have 2 group projects in this class, and she was put into my other group too. And I was like, wow, I genuinely love my life. So then, this project to create a narrative. So we had to create a narrative using the terms that we have learned about in school. And she, like the entire time, she's like, yeah, don't even worry about it. Like, I'm a really good writer and like I could do most of it. You guys can just add to it and this and that. And like, honestly, I think of myself as a good writer. Like, I know I'm not the best at all. I'm not the best writer at all, but I do get really good feedback from my professors. Like, whenever I get papers back, they're like, wow, like really good job. And, like, I get perfect scores on some of my papers too. Like, I'm not a bad writer. And like, I always send my, like, okay, I'm not gonna say I'm the best one either, because I always send my papers over to my friends and like they send it back to me with like all these corrections that I should make, or like, you can't do this, you can't do that type of thing. And so like, I know that I'm not a perfect writer, but I generally, like, I'm not bad. So, but like, I don't go around telling people like, yeah, I'm a good writer, so don't even worry about it. And when it comes to writing assignments and like group papers, I hate that so much because I just don't trust people. I'm sorry, I just don't trust people to do as good of a job as I could, but I also am scared that I will drag someone down with my writing skills. Like, I'm like, what if they're a better writer than I am and like I bring their grade down, you know? So like, I just feel like group essays are just not a good thing. But anyway, so she kept telling me how good of a writer she was, and I was like, okay, like, I don't care, like, we're all gonna work on it together anyway, so why does that matter? I do not procrastinate at all. Like, I hate procrastination. It stresses me out. I cannot do it. I need to have my things done a week in advance so that I can like revisit it if I want to change something. Like, I need to have time to just like think about it. And I, like, every single group that I've had here, they generally do not understand that. Talking about it, like, gives me anxiety right now. Like I can feel my eyes watering. And, like, it was just so frustrating creating all these deadlines, and I got it to them on time every single time, and she would never do anything. And like, I was just like, dude, like, we don't have time for this. Like, I have 4 classes. Like, just get your shit done. And so then it comes to the final week, and we're like, she's adding all this stuff. Okay, let me tell you guys. So she's an English language learner, and so am I. Like, my English is not perfect either. I mean, like, I learned English and Spanish basically at the same time, so it's like neither one of my languages is perfect, but like, they're proficient, okay? And like, I obviously grew up, was born and raised in the States, so my, like, I know academic English, like, I know how to write a proper sentence, okay? And she literally told me, I'm gonna be honest with you, my English comes from movies that I've watched. And like, she came here to the Netherlands 3 years ago, so like, she's still learning English, okay, which is cool. Like, I can understand her English when she speaks to me. But when it came to writing, like, her sentences generally did not make sense, and a lot of times, like, I was highlighting them and being like, hey, like, I don't understand what you're trying to say here, and like, just tell me, and like, I'll make it into a coherent sentence, you know? Like, I was being nice about it, and like, she literally told me, like, yeah, if you see something, like, just point it out, and like, or correct it yourself, like, that's totally fine. Like, my English is not that good. And I was like, okay, cool. So then tell me why this girl that literally told me that her English is not good, and that my English is good, and that I am American, and therefore my English is a lot better than hers, tell me why she's going in and correcting all of my sentences and then changing them to things that don't even make sense. And I was like, I would reread the entire thing and be like, I know I wrote that, and I know I didn't write it like that. So I was having to edit every single day, multiple times a day, and I would fix it, and then she'd go back and change it again. And I'm like, girl, this is not how you I'm so heated. This is just not how you write it, dude. Like, ooh, and like, oh my god, you guys, I was so frustrated. Oh, I generally was like, I don't understand why I get tested so much. Like, every day is a test, and I'm just so over this. So, point is, we ended up turning in the paper today, like 5 minutes before it was due. I didn't even get to look at it because I was in class all day, and they're like, are you okay with that? And I'm like, I don't even know what it says anymore, but like, go ahead, turn it in. And then at the end, she was like, yeah, I'm so sorry, like, I'm not really that good at this. And I'm like, so overall, she's struggling, but she's thriving, like, living her best life or whatever. Got my financial aid back. Tinder's gotta go. Group projects gotta go. Yo, girls gotta go. Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for listening to my rant. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to try the KFC pizza chicken thingy because it's really bomb. And yeah. I don't know when I'm going to post this, but hope you guys had a happy and safe Halloween, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!